Hi everyone, it's Allie. It's been a while since I have done a tarot demonstration. I recently added this Messages from the Fae tarot package available on my website, and I just thought I might be a good idea to do a demonstration for those people who are curious or want to know if this reading is right for them, or those who want to even practice or try this reading for themselves at home if you have your own tarot deck. Yeah, I'm calling this Messages from the Fae. So this is a great reading for clients who don't have a specific question. They're just there to receive whatever message is most important at that moment. And it's a great way to connect with fairies and the Fae. So let's just get started and I'll show you the Messages from the Fae tarot reading. Oh, and I should mention I am using the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine for this demo. Okay. So I'll flip over the first two cards here. Now these two cards are all about how to communicate with the fairies. So when you are struggling or need to connect with them or need some guidance, this is how you can reach out to them. And it's also signs that you can look out for when they are reaching out to you and trying to push you or nudge you in a certain direction. So here we have the Seven of Winter. And this is the card that how you can get the fairies' attention. So when you are unsure or just need a spark of insight or something like that, you can, there's some advice in this card. And what I see is the bottle. There's something about bottles that gets fairies' attention. And I even have a little bottle here. See if I can hold it up to the camera. This was a gift and it looks like little fairy wings. And there's a message here, experiment number 7567. It's full of sparkles and glitter. I just thought it was really cute. Fairy in a bottle. Okay, but not to freak the fairies out, not that we're going to trap them in bottles, but bottles are important. So there's a few reasons. So some people like to keep things in jars, keep things in bottles. Maybe you drop your change at the end of the day into a bottle. And maybe it's that ritual of that clinking against the glass, the change on the glass, maybe leaving an offering for the fae in a bottle, glitter in a bottle. There's something, perhaps something you do that is connected with bottles that gets the fae's attention. So either like dropping things in the glass, that sound, it's like a bell ringing, it gets their attention. Some people might have little LED lights. You could light that up. That would be a signal that might attract the fairies and just say, hey, trying to get your attention, a little beacon, a little bell that gets their attention saying, I need some advice and some wisdom. Help me out. Now, here, this is how they're getting your attention. And so what I see here is the ladybugs. So it's summertime, so you're going to see ladybugs out and about. And if you happen to see one, especially if one lands on you, then think, compare what are you thinking at that time, or what was the conversation you were having at that time? Was there some piece of advice you got from someone in that moment, or did you have an idea at that time, or were you facing a certain direction? The ladybugs will be a signal that you're on the right track. So look out for ladybugs. Okay. Now this card here is just an acknowledgement that the Fae have been watching you and they understand your situation. And so we have the Princess of Winter here, and she's saying that perhaps in this person's case, somebody got some bad news. There was some bad news. They understand, yes, we heard it. We know you got some bad news. There was some information you received that was difficult to hear. Some truth came out. And yeah, you're probably in the process of processing that information or that news and trying to decide what to do and how to use it. All right. Now the card at the bottom is your message. This is your message from the Fae. And so here we have ego. And we see a picture of two fairies burning some scrolls with some words written on them. And those words are guilt, fear, and blame. So they're telling you that this feeling of being stuck or in some unfortunate circumstances probably related to this bad news. And it could be that you are approaching this wrong. Maybe you're looking for someone to blame. You're dwelling on, here it says material items, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in the fear and worry. So you're spending a lot of time kind of freaking out, I think, from this information. And they're telling you this feeling of being trapped is an illusion. You're kind of approaching this the wrong way. So that's what they want you to know, that stop looking for someone to blame, stop the worry and the fear, or beating yourself up because you feel guilty. You're kind of wasting your time and energy by doing that. Okay. What they're telling you to focus on is to put emotions aside. We have the Prince of Winter here. Put emotions aside and approach the situation from an intellectual perspective. So find an intellectual solution, because there is a solution out there. Looking for someone to blame, pointing fingers, that's not going to solve your problem. You need to act quickly and decisively. So the Prince of Winter, he is a fairy of action. The princes are always moving, they're chasing, they're pursuing something. So they want you to go out there. Yeah, there will be sudden and unexpected changes coming from this. So prepare for change, but you need to act quickly and you need to put the emotions aside. Here they are, burning guilt and fear and worry and blame, and do something about it, and do it in a practical, intellectual way. So that's what they're asking you to focus on. They want you to take action from an intellectual standpoint. Okay. Yeah, and so here again, so I'm getting the picture that there is some financial consequence to this situation. Because here this says the biggest challenge is that finding that financial security. That's what's posing the biggest threat right now. And so it's possible maybe somebody lost their job, and that's what's going on here. That's the problem that they're facing. So if I was doing a reading for a person and I would ask, have you lost your job? Was there a reduction in hours? Are you losing income? Approach this from an intellect. There are solutions. You just have to go pursue them, and go after them, and solve those problems intellectually. Stop wasting time on negative emotions. That's not helping your situation. So they are acknowledging that there's a fear or a worry regarding financial security. Now, how can you address this challenge or this fear or this worry or concern? We have the Prince of Summer, so another prince. So another, look at them. They're both heading somewhere really fast. So stay grounded. You got to stay grounded. If you are getting yourself worked up emotionally, that's going to be a very draining experience, and it's not going to help your situation. Also, I feel like with this card, because this is a prince and because he's going after, and summer represents emotions and love, I would say this could be an opportunity to do something that you love. That although one door has closed, perhaps another one has opened. And their final piece of advice for you would be, okay, the Four of Summer. So the fairies are telling this person, whoever this reading was for, that they're failing to see a magical opportunity. So just like I just said, one door has closed, but you're focusing on your discontent with the situation instead of seeing the opportunity that is in front of you. So yeah, they are acknowledging, yeah, right now there might not be an obvious solution, or there is a reduction in income or a loss of income. Um, but take this as an opportunity to improve your situation, to do something better that maybe had, if this was a job loss, um, had you just kept working at that job, you may not have ever pursued what you really wanted because it was comfortable, it was reliable. And now that that's been taken from you, you have this opportunity. So they're saying, stop focusing on your discontentment. You're being distracted by all these negative emotions, the fear, the worry, the blame, the guilt, and try and see this as a magical opportunity. So that's an example of what you could get from a message from the Fae or the fairies. You can purchase this reading from my website, AlisonSpokes.ca. Look under my fairy readings section under services, and you can find it there. Yeah, and if you want to come in and see me in person, I'm available for readings in Sydney, BC. You can contact me through my website. I'll put the links below. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.